This time we'll call the Tuesday, September 13th, 2022 meeting of the Jackson County Board of Supervisors to order. Larry McDevitt, Mike Steinis, and myself, Jack Willie, are your supervisors. We have Lisa Smith and Bjorn Beck from the auditor's office and Luann Goki, our administrative assistant. Usually we have Todd, but he didn't have any business for us this morning, so Lisa Smith is up.
And a good morning.
Good morning.
This morning, I need a motion to approve the minutes of the December 6th, 2022 board proceedings as written by Auditor Smith and authorize publication in the official newspapers.
So moved. Second. We have a motion and a second to publish the previous board meetings. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried.
Motion needed to approve a Class B retail alcohol license to Tada Meats LLC at 18066 Highway 64, Macokota, effective December 12th, 2022 through December 11th, 2023.
Motion to approve. Second.
A motion and a second to approve a Class B retail alcohol license to Tada. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That's all that I have for the board today.
Okay, John, it's time for visitors and citizens. So if you've got something you want to lay on us, it's your turn.
Good morning, John.
Good morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you check that? Yeah, I had the same feeling when you said that.
I did too.
Sorry.
That's the first thing I thought of. I don't know if I want him opening that.
It's funny how that.
He's the one that should worry if we have a suitcase. not want to open it.
Jack will have one pretty soon.
Yeah, that's for trips, yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah,
Right now, they cleaned up all of the pad and plumbers down there getting their stuff in. So I've been watching them get their underground plumbing in, and then we'll start getting electrical in after that, and then they're gonna rock it. They have started pouring the precast panels at APC, so
praise the Lord.
yeah, so they should absolutely make the 24th of January start setting panels up, so.
Awesome. So I guess I mean, I looked at the panels and watched them. Basically the operation. How many of them panels like are in our facility?
I wanna say there's a little over 100, 120 or something like that.
Yeah, that's gonna take a little time.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've been pouring every Friday. They had a time slot that they couldn't pour some other panels on the bigger job that they have, so then they're pouring ours every Friday right now.
Well,
But
that's good news.
that's good news. I have the pay app done, but I just wanted to go over in case I wasn't available. If there's gonna be a change order for general contractor. We had to add some additional footings required for the precast panel, interior precast panels in the booking area. They were missed originally. That was gonna be an add of 9,631. The first price I got was like 20,000. I said, no way. So I got it down to 9,621. So those footings had to go in to support them interior precast panels.
So we didn't have them in there. It's we or the engineer or the
The
bidding?
engineer didn't have them in originally for the bid. So, but if they had been in, we would have had to pay that price anyway, so. The other change I had was for $14,531. It was for the additional dye to get the color we wanted. Originally in the specification during the addenda, they asked how much dye. And so I had to come up with just a baseline dye for them. So instead of 5 pounds, it ended up being 60 pounds to get that tan color for us. So I knew that one was coming for a while. So I just wanted you to be aware of both of those. And,
Unknowns, huh?
yeah, well, once we get out of the ground, we shouldn't have any unknowns.
let's hope not.
Yeah, and we were able to not go as deep as we were So Clocky had a couple extras and so I'm hoping to offset some of that stuff. He had some extras, but we didn't have to over excavate as deep over out there as what we anticipated. And plus, we're probably gonna have a little bit with the grading up on Spiegel property, get rid of the retaining wall. But it should be substantially cheaper and, 80,000 cheaper than what we were looking at with even the retaining walls.
So, I mean, the weather, the 10-day forecast looks like it's gonna get kind of bully. Like minus below zero. So worried about them inside footings or what are
We're
we?
covered right now.
Blanket or with what?
KE came and covered them with blankets
Okay.
for us. No charge, so.
Really, nice.
Yeah, and they came straightened up bad and everything else, so, and then they covered them with blankets, so we're taking care of that.
Yeah, good, good.
We didn't have to buy any plastic and all that.
Yeah.
That would have been a mess out there.
Oh,
anyways.
sure.
Well, the blankets are the easiest, and I'm sure they have them if they're a big operation, so.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but this time of year, they probably need them too.
Well, yeah, and I don't know what they all got going on. I know we were a little behind and I don't know what they expected, but them guys are all busy.
Yeah. Nope, so they're covered and taken care of for us.
Good.
We were doing a house down in Wilton 40-some years ago, but it was about this time of year and we put a foot and a half of straw in it to keep the floor from freezing.
Mhm.
Well, right outside where the street, the water main broke and flooded the basement.
Oh, wow.
So all of that water and muck and stuff and straw was in the bottom of that thing. That was one of my jobs, go down there with a pitchfork and shovel it out, or work it out. What a crap.
It's worked up.
That would have been a change order.
On the Jackson County Fair project. I wrote a change order to Peak. I do have another change order for the project, it's to the plumber. I had him provide the Bach water heater in lieu of the PVI water heater. And that was a deduct of $8,464. And I've used Bach and several, almost all.
Same
of them.
type of unit and just as much BTUs or whatever.
Yeah,
Warranty.
yep. It's just more expensive unit,
Yeah.
only the best. So,
Well, I found that out with a furnace and utility bill.
Yeah.
There's quite a difference in it.
yeah. So, that's another change order we'll have to approve.
Well, that was better than the other two.
Yeah, I like that one. So we need a couple more of them. So,
John, how does that work when it comes to change orders? Is it something that comes before the board and you need a signature?
yeah, that we'll have to have these approved. So if I.
So
can be here-
are you gonna do it, or are you gonna send them to me, or?
I have all the paperwork for the pay request. I wanted all the other signatures, so
Okay,
I'll have them for you. for
Okay.
next week.
okay, all right.
And then on Jackson County Fair project, all I did is transfer some of the money. We had a purchase order in there. Peterson was supposed to do the footings originally. And they did not do them. They were the ones that did the geopiers. So I got a price from Peak to do it. So I wrote the change order to Peak. Is $100,000 for the footings over there. And then I wrote, I took it out of the purchase order section of it. So it was included in the pay app under the purchase orders. So I just removed it from purchase orders and wrote change orders.
So your amount was about the same.
It was a little bit more than what the estimate was originally. So
A little bit to you is how much?
20,000, 30,000,
That's a little bit on 100,000. That's 20%.
yeah. Well, concrete's come up that far.
Yeah,
too since
I
last
understand.
year. So. Didn't have much of a choice, had to get them in,
Yeah.
so I'm hoping. to start
sure they're
going in
thrilled.
there. And they've got some of the underground electrical in, but they had the temporary electric setup over there. And plumber, I'm hoping to get in there and start the underground plumbing. There's not a ton of it over there. That line is harder than rock. I mean, So he's gonna get over there and get started, and then I'll get the electrical in. And then KE's gonna come back this year, get rock what we can, leave some extra rock in there. So we don't have to be running in and out of that precast panels.
That'd be good.
Any other questions?
Well, there's progress anyway.
Yeah.
We were just kind of discussing an opening date because of budget purposes. We don't have any kind of estimate this.
I redid the schedule when I thought the precast was coming in
2 months.
November.
You know,
And I had it all rescheduled, and then I found out precast wouldn't come until January, so I'm looking at the schedule, I'm gonna redraw it and I'll get it to you next week. Will that be sufficient or?
well, yeah, I guess, you know, what we were talking is next year's budget, of course, was 23-24 budget, so.
It starts in July, we're just trying to
We
figure out
would
how much
like
of
to
it
be
is
by
gonna
the
be over here.
end of this next year, but is that feasible? Is
I
that-
would hope so. I'm hoping that we'd be done by next November, is
Okay,
what I'm shooting for, and. You know, everything's just so up in the air with electrical panels and everything else. And
well, they say the supply is getting a little better, but yeah, depends on what you need.
I haven't been able to get, I've been waiting, you know, I'm 2 months overdue on a panel for a school job already. That they thought would be here in November, and it's not a huge panel either. And then Bjorn and I got together and we're looking at working with the group on cabling for the data and stuff and trying to get that figured out.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to bring him in, so I had somebody playing.
Good idea.
So.
Always good to be able
He's
to
a
pass the
good,
buck.
he's a good punching bag, yeah.
Better be careful, he's taller than you.
So,
When he carries you out above his head.
nope, if you have any questions, I'm here in a week and figure it next.
Okay.
Get together,
Yeah.
I'll leave these over there, and then if we need to get together later, set, we'll go on my will.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you,
Thanks a
John.
lot.
Have a good holiday if we don't see you, John.
Oh, you'll see me next week.
Luann, do you want to come since Marty's not here yet?
Get them in the hall, just a little bit.
I mean, it's probably something we're changing.
It was in the mail room.
Probably never looked at the agenda. All right, calendar for this week. This afternoon at 4 o'clock is the Macocota River Watershed Management Authority meeting and Executive Committee by Zoom for Larry. Wednesday, December 14th at 9 a.m. is Jack is going to be on KMAQ Just Talk for a full hour on his career. And then at 10 o'clock, he has a 0 to 5 and 60 minutes meeting by Zoom. I told you you might be a couple minutes late for that. Thursday, December 15th at 9 a.m. is an Isaac's Executive Committee meeting by Zoom for Mike, correct?
Mhm.
Or I don't think you're gonna, Mike's
So-
gonna do it, right?
Mike's been appointed, yeah.
I'll go, or I'll plan on zooming into it, but are you officially until the end of the year? Are you still in charge there or?
I think they officially voted on it at the meeting.
Well, they did vote on it, but I think it was for next year.
I think it took effect immediately.
And I'm gonna thank my old buddy.
You're welcome. I was happy to do it.
All right, also,
Mike is then, he took Larry's place on the executive board for ISAC. He's now District 6 chairman or president, whatever they call it.
President, and is that, am I getting this right? Clinton, Jackson, Jones, Buchanan,
There's a lot of
Delaware,
counties. It's a lot of counties.
and
yeah.
Dubuque.
And Scott.
And Scott and Jones,
Mhm.
or
I
Johnson.
think that were too.
Well, nobody was there for Scott County. though.
Benton County also.
I can give you the list.
If you're the same as auditors, then, yeah.
6th district.
I looked, you know, even Googled a map.
There's 16 counties, I think it said.
I have the list. She sent me the list of who the District Six
Are you
supervisors.
actually chairman already? Is that how
I can delegate.
Pardon?
chairman already, or just, I'm just a member of the committee?
He was.
No, he's the new chairman of the 16th district, or 6th district. And you probably have to visit each one of those 16 counties.
You know what?
So every year they have each district has a special meeting and we'll go somewhere and do it. Like last year, we went up to Bremer County and toured the ambulance business up there where they build all the ambulances basically for the United States. It was impressive. What was going on.
Things good, the things to learn.
And then the other part of the afternoon, that was an elevator company, a privately owned one that's been in business for 100 some years. And they do a lot of custom ones. They were showing pictures of these glass houses or whatever with these fancy elevators and stuff. And they do all, I mean, they make normal ones too, at least. So, but it was very interesting. I think the year before Don had it at the brewery in Buchanan. That was one of the things we went to. You see that old house sitting up on the hill? They moved it from downtown. You go down underneath that and there's a whole complex down there with the winery completely underground. I mean, when you drive up to it, it looks like this old brick house sitting on the hill, but the underside of it is just huge. Yeah, really impressive. So there's some interesting things. And I missed it. I had a wedding to go to this first year I was on it, and everybody went to Las Vegas.
Opportunities abound for you.
I'm not feeling so bad about it now, are you?
Someday you'll thank me.
I'm feeling great about it, yeah.
I nominated.
I know.
I was telling Mary Ann.
Okay, also on Thursday, there was some talk about having a work session at 10 o'clock on Thursday. Everybody, a budget work session, 10 o'clock on
If you
Thursday.
can get some departments lined up or somebody get some departments lined up, yeah.
Yeah, all right, I'll work on that. And that would be at 10 o'clock if we do that. At noon, Mike has a Bellevue Leadership Committee meeting by Zoom on Thursday. Friday at 7 a.m. is a Macocata Leadership Team meeting for Larry. They always do that by Zoom, don't they? Or do they meet in person sometimes?
Remember, the last one was Zoom, I think. Or
Yeah.
was it? We did have them up in downtown.
Oh, Economic Alliance.
No.
Oh.
What's the other place?
Innovative 120.
No. The artwork place.
Oh,
The art
Oh.
experience.
Yeah, the art
Yeah.
experience. It's a meeting room. That's where we normally have. And I don't see a Zoom option, so,
Might not be on here,
okay.
in your calendar. Monday, December 19th. At 1 p.m. is a Waste Authority of Jackson County meeting for Mike. Is tentative on your calendar, but I just confirmed it with Frank. At 3 p.m. is a Regional Governing Board meeting for the MHDS in Davenport for Jack. And at 4 o'clock, he has an Early Childhood Iowa special meeting by Zoom. Also for Jack. At 5 o'clock is the Conservation Board meeting in Hurstville for Larry, or any of the rest of you that want to go. At 6 p.m. is a Zoning Commission meeting downstairs in the community room. For any of you that want to attend that. And at 7 o'clock is a Together We Build meeting for Jack. That's usually down at the Farm Bureau office. The next meeting will be on Tuesday, December 20th. And part of my business that I will talk about today is whether or not we want to move the start of that meeting up to 8:30, because you all have to scramble out of here by shortly after 10 o'clock. At 11 o'clock that morning is a Regional Planning Affiliation movie in Dubuque. Meeting, not movie, in Dubuque for Jack and Larry. And then 11:30 is a joint RPA and DMATS meeting in Dubuque for all of you. And at 2 p.m. is a Mississippi Valley Workforce CEO meeting by Zoom for Jack. So the first item of business on mine today is a discussion, possible action on rescheduling the December 20th meeting to start a half hour early at 8:30.
Okay with me, we need a motion,
Please.
moved.
Second, a motion, the second to move our meeting up to 8:30 on December 20th. All those in favor?
All right,
Aye, motion carried.
We do have a public hearing that day that's been published at 10 o'clock, so we will not be able to move that. But it shouldn't take us long to, the way public hearings usually go, to get through it, the rezoning. And get you out of here by 10:05 or 10:10, so you can get up to Dubuque.
Okay,
All right, that's it.
thanks,
Thank
Luann.
you.
Okay, we'll be joined by Marty Woodley, maintenance supervisor.
morning.
Good morning.
Really don't have a lot to report because I was sick last week, so I wasn't here, and the week before I took half days vacation. Working on the senior citizen building, I changed a couple ballasts, light bulbs, stuff like that. Going through my snow equipment, make sure that everything is up to snuff if it does snow, which I could get along without, but you know. Probably not. Other than that, we're going around, we're cleaning the baseboard in the hallway. Cleaning the filters in the units, just routine maintenance kind of things. So, other than that. Did you say I could have the door between your office and down the basement? Was I mistaken?
Doors open.
Well, the reason I want that one, because it matches the rest of the doors in the building. We went all through the hospital. And there is no doors up there. There's one wooden one and one steel one, but it has a window in it. The door that I asked you about will match every door in here, because it's from within the building. It's down in the basement. We just move it upstairs and then
So
if,
between the two storage rooms that you're using for storage now, I know.
What I would say, it's the door between rooms 2 and 3 to the right.
I would say, it's in the second room to the right. Yeah.
So
I
we
thought
can
I
still
asked
put
you
a
about
door
that.
on there, but if they have a window on it.
What's that?
We can still put a door if we get one.
Yeah, we could get.
Or you have a door also.
I have, both of mine are wood. But they have windows in them, but they're security glass. I mean, there's wires in the.
Yeah.
And you're gonna move it up to the county attorney's.
So you could take.
Right,
that one up
between
here and-
Sarah's office and the old where Becky used to be, yes.
That's fine.
Okay,
Go for it.
yeah, I would like that project to move a little bit. I've had a little bit of conversation with Kathy, but I'm gonna have some more.
Yeah.
But she's hard to get hold of. She's a busy girl and
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we can,
I will get it off and on there yet this week, I'm pretty sure. But I think we'll have to find it, well, I don't know, it's got a doorknob in it, doesn't it? It might work, we'll make it work. Yeah, I don't think will need a closer, will it? Would it?
I would think not.
Yeah, it's only for emergency exit, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I think we won't need it, and I'll get that done.
Yep.
That's about it.
Just a final note is, as you all have received the email and as I put it on the radio and sent it to the newspapers, our silent auction is until next Wednesday, the 21st.
I see we got a few bids down there.
Yeah.
I expect a few more, but otherwise get your dump truck ready.
You gotta make me take the sander off.
I will see this morning that wooden table in the small room down there, the conference room, looks good.
It does.
Mike and Dennis did I thought was an awesome job. They sanded it several times to make sure that what they thought was the best they could get it to look. There was that one stain in there that we just didn't want to sand it much more because otherwise it was gonna have a
Oh, it
little,
looks good.
good, thank you. I'll let them know that.
I think once we get the stuff out of the basement, I think we need to have a massive cleaning. Whatever doesn't sell, of course, we'll get rid of. I think we've got some other things that can be e-wasted.
Yeah.
And I would say that as of right now, weather depending, that next Monday, there will be the shredder truck will be here and we will be shredding anywhere from 125 to 150 boxes of confidential paper. So we're moving towards getting. some
So
cleanup
how
done.
soon can that type of material be moved to a closer spot to shred? Is that gotta be locked?
That morning. Yeah.
Okay, so you know that you'll have to have.
No, but she'll get a hold of me and we'll help her out.
Personnel
Yeah,
available.
no, we're
If
gonna
you
do
need
that.
help, we can probably.
It'll be all hands on deck and somebody's gonna have to stay outside. But when I talked to them, I said, if the wind is blowing hard, if it's raining, if it's snowing, if it's 30 below, there'll be a better day. So I'm not, yeah.
Where do they park the shredder at?
Well, right now, when I talked to Mike yesterday, he was walking out when I was coming back, and we're gonna cone off 2 parking spots out. Because that way we don't have to use the lift to take stuff out. So we'll just take stuff down the
Or
hall.
how close can we get, I mean, if you're gonna use the elevator, how close can we get to the front doors out here? Back right up to-
We can't get there anymore. They never give us
Oh,
a
you can
driveway.
go over top that curb, put a 2x12 down or something.
If we
Drive up the
crack it,
sidewalk.
if we crack it, you gotta pay for it.
I'm saying, worried about cracking that curb.
But then we gotta take stuff down the steps then.
Oh, those are all 6-inch concrete. You can drive on those.
Okay.
They showed me that when I was working downtown.
Well, you know what? Here's what I'll tell you. We'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
There, how's that?
I mean, instead of moving it all out and around and about, if you're coming up the elevator, go out the door.
Well, I don't know what it's in boxes. We can get a pallet and put the on pallet forks and take the skid loader, set it right there and then take it wherever you want. If that works.
Will you put the skid loader in the basement?
No, but we could bring it up out of the basement, out the front door and set it right there instead of having to drag it clear down the hall there.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Just see whatever works best.
Right.
It.
Work
it's gonna get
smarter,
done.
not harder.
It's gonna get done. It needs to get done.
Good.
We need a massive cleaning.
I'm just saying this, it looks 100% better than it did 2 or 3 years ago down there, other than the hallway.
We're
Yeah.
getting
Well,
there.
we'll get that too.
Yeah.
So what have we decided on that table? Does somebody want that table? I mean,
I think it's for sale, isn't it?
It is not for sale
Okay,
because I didn't know.
okay. I thought you said the last meeting, he said sell it if we don't want it in that room.
Larry said he thought he could put it back together, and then I thought maybe he said he might know somebody that wanted it, but no.
I don't know anybody wants it.
And I'm not for sure, but,
I was trying to get rid of the piano.
oh, they're gone. I got rid of it.
I know.
What was that thing bolted to, it was bolted to the floor, wasn't it? See, I think that's why they don't want it, because if you don't bolt it to the floor, then it's not really stable. Is the way I look at that. It was bolted to the floor,
It's
was it?
not a
Do you
table.
remember, Bjorn?
For sure, but for the electronic stuff, that had to be screwed down to the floor.
Yeah, so it made the table so you couldn't move it.
Yeah.
And the extension office who uses that room, I could be wrong here, who uses that room the most, didn't want that because they rearranged that room all around.
It could not be moved once it was set up.
Right, right.
If nothing
So-
else, we'll move it to the Peace by Players building.
I'm not so sure we should move it again. We
Okay.
just decide what we're gonna
Yeah.
do with it and
It's
either.
a particle board table. If it gets any kind of moisture or something, it starts to deteriorate and. The more you move them around, the worse they get.
I don't know how we're gonna get rid of stuff since the sander is in
We can
the.
take it off.
Oh,
We
okay.
can take it off.
Okay,
It's 4 straps and 2 plugs and we lift it off with a skid loader and
okay.
we'll I got a little thing, we set it on for a day or so and then
Okay.
we'll move it.
Here's what I think will happen is that we have electronic stuff. We have metal that needs to go. Did you see that I have some stuff Xed and marked and?
Yeah,
Okay, so, I mean, we'll have some stuff going to the transfer station, we'll have some stuff going, excuse me, to be metal recycled. And of course, we have electronic stuff that we need to, so we're gonna take a look at all of our buildings and our cubby holes, and we're gonna get rid of a lot of electronic stuff that is no longer.
So there's.
Well, they were gonna-
That went with that table. Big ones.
yeah.
They were gonna just take
Oh
it
my
out
God,
to
those things are heavy.
junkies.
I mean, when we picked up
Credit
the
the
wall, it's
historical
like,
society.
What the hell?
Do we know if they work?
Don't know, TVs.
Yeah.
Them, because that one big TV did not work. The antenna, where the antenna hooked to was gone. So, and I think that's still sitting in somewhere here. I don't know if Mike got rid of it or not, but it did not work and we called the satellite guy over here and he come and looked at it. And he says, you can't repair that. So I think I think it's gone, but I can't.
This
100%.
is very much a work in progress and to be honest with you, it's gonna get done. If we're gonna, so the three-cornered wooden table that we took out of the Welcome Center, what about that as an example? I did not mark that for sale either. So when we get all said
Oh, the
and
one
done,
that we had him bring back, that was from,
yeah, the Welcome Center, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that we're gonna have to make some of these decisions and we need, like I said, e-waste, metal and
where would
I
be,
mean, that's a nice enough table yet, if that can be used somewhere in the new facility too, maybe, I don't. know.
well, that's why I hate to get, now we'll have to store it somewhere.
Yeah.
I think down
We'll
there,
figure
there's a
out.
place for that, once we get.
Cleaned up.
Yeah, once we get the basement cleaned up, we'll know what's left and we'll be able to move stuff.
So
around.
is this, all them items there is gonna cause you a major issue for the boxes that need to be come out of there and shredded?
No, because this is my third try at having the shredding truck come. So, and you know, like I said, if it's raining, snowing, whatever that day, if the conditions, it doesn't need to be perfect. But I don't.
Where are they
think-
coming from?
Dimmers.
Oh, well, they're.
So they're gonna bring the truck here and do on-site shredding instead of us loading the
Sure.
van up.
thank God.
They did a
Right.
Bellevue last week for the whole town, yeah.
Yeah, so that's, I don't know,
How many boxes did you say?
anywhere from, well, now we can get rid of the 2020 election, so there's 30 boxes there,
Are they just little boxes?
paper boxes.
Yeah, we can use them 2 flat cards, bring it up for you.
Yeah. So that's what I said, we just need to get it done.
Yeah.
And the price was pretty reasonable.
Is the desk that was Tom Devine's at the Welcome Center, is that here?
It's down at the,
Piece by Players?
yes,
Okay,
Did you
Every-
take anything, did you take anything out to Andrew Jackson?
yes, there's a few things that weren't really valuable that we took out there. Anything that was good, we thought was good, we took it down there, and anything that was iffy, we took out there because it's inside, but it's not sealed up like that.
Get in by the file cabinets or where is it?
The next one over,
Where the pianos were at.
where the piano were
Yeah,
at,
okay,
correct.
So there's
Still
something
right.
parked, they have a truck parked in there.
It's gone, the van, it's gone.
It's gone for good.
That I can't tell you, but he moved it for me.
Okay, so we can use that spot too?
He said we could use it for a while, cause I told him once we get things moved around, we'll probably go through that and get rid of it too, cause we were in the cleaning process. Cause aren't you looking into getting rid of all them file cabinets?
Up there if we need.
Wasn't you in the process of seeing if we could get rid of all them file cabinets and clean them out?
According to what I understand, when I visited with DHS, is that those are our file cabinets. We can do it as we wish.
But they're full, right?
No,
No,
no, no.
they're-
no,
We got that project
oh.
done.
they went through that and cleaned it out.
Oh, see, I wasn't aware of
No,
that.
that got done. That was a long process, but it
Some
got
of the
done.
filing cabinets may down the road may come in handy for the sheriff's office or something, I would think, you know, because
Well-
there's, what, 25, 30 of them up there, isn't
I
there?
think there's like 33, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know there's a room full.
approximately.
Yeah.
So we have some filing cabinets downstairs that we're trying to get rid of. I know the one tag that I put on, there was one down there times 11, there's 11 of those. So there's a lot of equipment here. It's just, we need to find the right owner to the equipment. You know, I had someone that came, they were looking for shelving units. Like, well, I don't have that, but
We had them, but we used it,
we've, yeah.
and they are nice,
They
we're
are
nice,
nice. They are very,
very
yes,
nice.
that's a good way for us to clean up some balls.
Get stuff up off the floor.
Okay,
Anything else?
not at this point.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Marty.
Marty.
If there is, you got my number.
Next item on my agenda is discuss possible action on fiscal year 24 budget. Let's approve it.
I don't think you want to do that.
Well, a second. Is this just to talk about the schedule for it, or what is it for?
It's just discussion on the budget if you want to. I know we can't take action on it yet. We're not ready to take action on it yet, but if you want to talk about the budget. It's just a work session on the budget.
Okay, so we had an all-day session yesterday, that's what all we got to talk about. It went well.
It did go well.
Go smooth. So
couple of questions
Yeah, I
we
read
had to
the-
get answered.
the information. So,
And we did set the work session for Thursday, so. Probably all we're gonna do today on that.
okay, is there any other business to come before the meeting today? I thought our sixth district meeting last week was really good. I was telling Larry, George Doherty
Yep.
and Joanne were there and gave a really nice presentation on the Pioneer cemeteries. And I thought people were impressed with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interaction, people had a lot of questions
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're very good.
It was an interesting meeting, yeah, I would, if I know there was that much information we put out that day as far as legislation stuff, it'd have been nice to have the incoming. Be
Yeah.
able to attend, but I don't know if they had enough time to even know about that.
The incoming were invited, but they had the same problem we did, that nobody can pay them until January.
Yeah,
We did have a couple from Buchanan County.
There was a couple that was
Yes.
coming.
Yeah.
From
Two supervisors elect were there from Buchanan County. So,
I guess. We had a wage authority meeting on Monday. I did go out there yesterday when I left here after meetings. The footings, and it looks like the material are there for the office building there, so. Hopefully they can get that sticked up here and enclosed so they can work on it this winter. Moving forward.
What size was that?
I don't remember. Let's say 24 by,
Or something.
yeah, something like that, yeah. And it ties into the. To the semi building over to the west, on the north side of that building.
Oh. okay.
Ties into the roof and comes out.
Mhm.
But it's not, don't interfere with any of the driveway or any of the turnarounds
Oh,
there.
that's good. Not there for a while.
well, if anybody is hungry for soup, tonight is the Historical Society's soup supper. Serving from 5 to 7, 4 different kinds of soup, and I think there's sandwiches and there's dessert. And starting at 1, there is a Christmas cookie sale.
Seen that in the paper yesterday.
So I bought all my stuff for 2 batches of beef barley, well, actually 5 batches of beef barley soup. It is good.
It is
I do
good.
say, if I do say so myself.
I will voucher for that.
So. There's no further business. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried.